I didn't pick it. I don't even know what I clicked. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the internet with Myth Brigade here on Tuesday. Happy New Year. It's our first stream of the year, January 10th. That just tells you how active we've been lately. And this is Byron's game, so I'm going to hand it over to him. Byron, please.
All right, guys, welcome to first episode this year of Pendragon. We're still using the 5.2 rules, even though the 6.0 rules kind of came out in a quick start, I could call it. Woo-hoo. Quick start adventure at Gen Con, but no official announcement yet. But now with the 1.1 OGL announcement, perhaps Chaosium will push harder.
Hey, in the comments below, if you happen to be on the stream, tell us. I mean, is now the time to make your switch to Savage Worlds or one of Chaosium's systems or Pendragon or, well, that is one of Chaosium's system, or roll your own? I don't know. Start playing Monopoly again?
Yeah, speaking of Savage Worlds, rumor has it that the Vile Dawn game or perhaps even the Deadlands game might make a resurgence.
They're coming back. They are coming back, man. I'll give you my updates. So we're doing the 22nd. That's going to be Vile Dawn. We are introducing a new character. I'm really excited about this character. It's just adding more dysfunction to the story, that's my style. And so I finally figured out what happens after the Deadlands group get off that train. So if you guys haven't watched those series, do it, because there's a lot of good shit in there. But you guys will get off the train, you're going to see what comes next. And then we're doing some one-shots. We've recruited for our first one. We're doing Savage Tales horror one-shots. So something a little more pulpy, maybe, than the Call of Cthulhu stuff that we usually do. But yeah, so that's going to take place at some point in February. And hey, Thorg misses the horse, so...
Murph.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite NPC.
Yeah, so lots of good stuff. And hopefully this year we'll go ahead and get to that million subscriber mark. We got a little bit of work cut out for us, but we're up for it. So here we are.
All right. So for all those guys that have been following this campaign, so that's like probably 3 of you, besides us, we did a winter session, downtime, at the end of last episode, and kind of recalibrated kind of where we were and so forth from them being done with the mission that they were sent by Arthur to get the king of whatever that guy's name was.
Pain.
Yeah, that was his name.
King of Pain.
I had it. The Duke of Lindsay, Duke Cornelius of Lindsay.
Yes.
In the village of Lincoln. Went there and were able to successfully defeat the picked sorceress and also the other things that were plaguing the land, and swing them into the favor of Arthur. After a interesting winter, some weddings, so forth. I believe Marcus got married, if I remember correctly, and birthed his first child.
Kids for Marcus yet?
Didn't you?
No kids for Marcus.
I think that was Ulo.
Yeah, Ulo's just Wait, by the way, let's tear that Band-Aid off. Where the hell is Ulo?
So Ulo, unfortunately, being adults and gaming, he's barely an adult, but I guess still is. But he took another job, and so now is working right now instead of playing with us and doing the non-adult style things. So anyway, so he will probably no longer be with us, but we're going to leave him. He was called by the King of Hungary to fight in the Battle of Lichfield, which happened in 911 AD in Hungary, where the King of Hungary maybe he didn't.
Yeah, we don't know.
But anyway, fought against the East Frankians, and so he has been called to fight in that battle and for his family and to bring knighthood to Hungary.
Well, what year was that?
910. 9/11. It was between 9/10 and 9/11.
I'll never
Historic.
forget that.
It was a wonderful historical
You can't remember it because we held one hell of a party for him.
Right.
That's true.
He had quite a send off. It involved much drinking, horse jumping, some archery, all kinds of things.
Arson.
Yeah.
Arson.
Yep. And so you guys have made your way back to your homes and so forth, and are called to Kingsbury, where Arthur is currently holding a small meeting, and he has been basically touring through low res and working on directing some castles being built and so forth. And he is sending some knights to repair the walls of St. Albans, which was basically beaten and broken during some fights. Not all of the knights of the area decided to follow Arthur. And so there's been some combat to kind of bring them to heed. While you guys were being diplomatic in your way, Arthur and some of the other knights of his kingdom were bringing the sword and steel.
Repair the wall of who?
St. Albans.
St. Albans, got it. Thanks.
Yep. And he's been directing the building of many castles. So you guys are on your way to basically deliver the news for what has happened in the north to Arthur, and also to seek his counsel, I guess, as to what things you may get into next. So what do you guys bring to the castle of Kingsbury with your visit to Arthur?
I suppose Sir Garin, we should bring some tribute. Were there any toys in the nursery of the place that we were? I remember there was a nursery. We could bring some toys for the boy king. He could amuse himself with them. No?
You smashed one of the toys with your boot heel.
Oh, no, we don't want to bring that toy. That's what most disturbing toy. I don't know what sort of tribute. I think we're broke. Do we have, I don't know, we have money over some frankincense or something like?
Frankincense and myrrh. What are you guys, the three wise men?
We bring good tidings of the news from Lindsay. That's about what we have.
And the gift of our service and our presence as well. I think.
There we go.
Oh, is that Istanbul over there? This country?
No, that's Constantinople.
I like it.
Well, I have a date over there.
I'm a Bible.
Bring your Bible. Okay. Not a problem. No tribute is necessary anyway, but you just...
what's our dude give us? Yeah, what's our guy give us to bring? He's the guy that's got all the loot.
Yeah, no shit.
Roderick.
Sir Roderick.
Yeah, what is Sir Roderick?
Roderick's already there, man. He's already over there. He's like,
Can we send him an email and get Yeah, no. What is customary, Byron? Is it just
we're bringing a half-sober Dane with us.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
So this isn't like the yearly court where you guys would show deference and so forth by offering tribute or something to him. So it was just a matter of if you chose to bring like a special present or something along that lines.
So do you suppose that by repair the wall he means literally with hammer and chisel and such? Repair the wall? We're no masons, are we? I think I elbow my squire. How are you with stone cutting, boy?
He probably answers, "Not bad. You make me carry all your heavy shit."
All your rocks.
Don't curse. Jesus doesn't like cursing. I slap him. Yeah.
Jesus, that's a nice laugh. Nice.
Yeah. What?
That sounds...
Spare the rod, Spoil the
It's in the
squire.
Bible, I'm sure.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah,
Tell you're the cheat boy.
Yeah.
Sir Marcus can attest. He knows the page.
Well, maybe while we're traveling there, you can draft up a nice song telling of our win in Lindsay. You can sing him a song.
Who?
Aren't you?
Remember, I play the
music?
harp. I do not sing. I've got an
I couldn't
unfortunate.
remember. Somebody was a singer and somebody was a music player.
I have an
It's been a
unfortunate
while.
speech impediment.
Oh, my bar buddy left and he went to Hungary.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be sober.
He left you hungry.
I suppose I'll have to start drinking with the Dane now. I wonder what trouble we could get into.
More women for me.
That is true. He was the ladies' man of the group.
Yeah, look like a lady too.
That's an Aerosmith song.
You have a weird taste in women.
So yeah, I think I just hit a weird
He
button.
had long flowing black hair everywhere.
Yeah.
Head to toe.
You have a lovely sweater. A lovely
like-
sweater.
Cousin Ed.
There's a V-neck.
I picture it, we're scarring these squires that are walking like with our little banter. And poor Marcus is riding up at the front, just like reading the Bible or something.
He's probably making his squire read the Bible to him.
Just apologizing for my actions.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
we have nothing but good news. That's about it.
Wait, good news. This is in fact a monetary contribution.
Before we get there, let's take mud and rub it on our face and stuff. Make it look like we just came from, a much. When did this happen? A couple days ago.
I think
it
it's
was like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
No,
Gary,
like just got there.
I think that's a fantastic idea. You should do that. I swear
No,
I'll do that
Gary.
as well, just before we arrive. I promise. So yeah, we would want to prepare, like, who's gonna, I think Garen, we've agreed more or less, is kind of our dude, like our captain or whatever.
So this guy's pretty pious. I think it should be
Marcus.
Marcus. Thank you.
I imagine news has already reached the people in authority. It's been 3 months, and it wasn't the result of our activity that, like a peace between where we were and who they're in conflict with north of them.
Not only that, but it also secured the Duke's backing for our.
Yeah. And we've had 3 months to really pump up the volume on this. So.
Oh yeah, I mean it was winter, but yeah.
There's nothing for people to do than sit around and just inflate the stories that they have.
That does sound pretty needy. Like 3 months later, you show up and you're like, "Hey, boy, King, we're just here to talk about this thing we did for you 3 months ago."
Yeah. So it was like the 900s. Like it's feasible we might still be filthy. So
Especially you. You're a Dane.
Yeah, you wash with
Yeah,
dirt,
great.
don't you?
that is racist.
It's not racist if it's true.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's not how this works.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
I
that's
think
how
you're right,
racism
Tim.
works.
So fuck. Yeah, that is a good question, Byron. So after this period of time, would we be showing up to be like, "Hey, look what we did," or?
Sure.
Yeah.
People tell ballads and so forth all the time, stories. I mean, that's part of, as a matter of fact, if you remember rightly, Brent's character, I can't remember his name at this point, but
Sorry, Brent.
yeah, sorry, Brent. Peace out. But anyway, he that's what he did at the Earl of Tewkesbury. Was he told a story of his father's and his grandfather's great actions.
So we're probably riding up on this
Oh, yeah.
place, seeing people we haven't seen in a long time, and everyone's just going to be going back and forth, sharing what they did.
Yeah, there's
And
several
people
nights.
and people are probably going to come up to like, "Hey, you're so and so, and you were up there, and you've resolved that issue."
Yeah, they would probably recognize you by your heraldries if any of you had ever sent me them.
Oops.
It's like those Mithridate
Just an axe, brownie face.
Lost. You said an axe with brownie bites. Is that what you said?
Now it is. I was going to go with a frowny face, but the brownie bite solid.
No, you turned into a robot for a second there, Steve. We lost you. You sound like you said an axe with a brownie. A brownie base?
I'm doing that.
Brownie bite?
I'm going with a brownie.
Brownie bites.
It's just a brownie bite.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys do get there, and you do see this kind of large for a Briton, and he, you know him as Sir Irvith del Revel. He has a white lion and a green background as his heraldry with some yellow leaves or so forth, and he rides in and lets you know that basically that Arthur is available to see you and so forth, and that they will be having a dinner in the evening, and he will give you some place that you can rest up basically, and then come to refreshment.
I say we try to find our Earl and see what's to be known.
Yeah, because he's been here a while, you said, right? So he may have some
Right.
intel.
And you do see, as you guys are riding up, you do see some of the, not squires, but the stable hands are putting away some larger horses and so forth, which seem to have a lot of. Jason is like changing positions.
I gotta stand up, dude. I'm sorry, I got a back issue, and I was wearing a back brace all day, but it's chafing me.
Oh, nice.
And
It's like your shirt.
But you can see that the tack and harness and so forth is, and also there's some the tack and harness and stuff really stands out as being Roman. Not necessarily the stuff that you guys see normally or haven't seen recently.
I bet he shopped at a thrift store.
No, it looks relatively good condition, worn but in good condition. Yes. So you guys basically go in. You are shown some areas where you can wash up and so forth, change clothes if you wish to do so. Because typically you'd wear your riding clothes and then switch to your
court attire,
court clothes.
Yeah. Take great time brushing my greasy ass hair and getting all,
Yep. So forth. All right, so you guys go in. There is a large table, kind of up near the area where the Duke of Kingsbury and so forth, there, the Earl Roderick would be. And you see there is a variety of people there: Arthur, Merlin, Sir Kay, pretty much everyone that you guys saw before at. Back at the tournament in London. So Sir Karn, Sir Davian, Sir Selwise, several of the Century King of Malahat is here. He's been brought to basically to heal after you guys took care of the action that was going on in the north. And Sir Ordaway and Sir Tolan. Sir Irvis the Revel, if you guys remember back when you were at the tournament, he was one of the knights in the tournament. He was famous. He's pretty famous, and he's an unlanded knight. he has since been landed, but one of the knights that chose not to follow Arthur is no longer around.
Pity.
Give a warm greeting to Sir Selwise. He's the one that was rather boastful at the tournament. I'm so glad to see you again.
He says, yes, it is glad to see you again, my friend. He's like, I'm sure you have stories, but none probably as good as mine.
No,
I
that
look forward
piece
to
of
hearing
wall,
yours.
that piece of wall that we went by on the way in, that looks really good. That has your fingerprints all over it.
The one that's falling down.
No, it looks like you're a handyman. You probably repaired that one really good while we were out. You know,
The thing about
Doing the
our
king's
stories,
business.
truly, they'll never be quite as tall as yours, no matter how they stretch. Will they? Good to see you, chap. I just walked past inconsequentially.
I whispered to Bjorn that Merlin looks old and frail. I think you could take him.
Fireball!
Um,
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying.
so I can.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure attacking Arthur's counselor is probably the best methodology.
Well, what a way to go! That's a guaranteed entry in the book.
And meeting and
inside
Zoom
out.
for Steve.
And I should probably queue up my other character really quick.
No doubt, right?
No, don't do it. He was giving you the side eye, but you know, he's old. It's probably not all there.
You can't help it. He looks up to me.
That's everybody in this room.
Yeah, it is pretty much everybody in the room that would look up to you. That is facts.
Hey, do I get like a vision bonus for that? Do I get, it's like unobscured?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. It does make you easier to hit with an arrow. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but it could be a bonus.
You get plus
Yeah, one.
+2 to reach the top shelf and clean refrigerators.
Plus 2 to reach the top shelf. Right?
see people's bald spots.
They want you to help hang up the decorations.
It's all right. You mean with the women folk? That's all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
So as we make our way through here, glad handing and taking slight jabs at, you know, those that deserve it, we would pay appropriate tribute to pleasantries with our Earl and ultimately the Boy King.
Is there food
Absolutely.
and stuff? Is there?
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's
Let's get a
absolutely
drink.
food.
Yeah. You know, as I walk by, I grab a a drink and a turkey leg or something like it's Disney. I keep going.
You get a fajita.
Yeah. I get the sizzler platter.
Yeah,
What is that,
absolutely.
I just see Bjorn just grabbing a giant turkey leg and just eating all the
Just
sinew and
dripping
all
down
that.
his
Yeah.
beard, going up to see the king. Nice.
Yeah, loudly acknowledging Gareth's jabs at Merlin. He is quite old.
So as you guys are standing there, Sir Brastius, who is the Night King of Astrodales, he is bringing some stuff, and he is like, King Arthur, I have brought for you this wonderful new invention. It has been brought to the knightly orders and so forth. He's like, this wonderful, they call it a war flail. And it shows this device off, basically a stick with 2 metal balls and a chain.
Oh,
that works.
Gareth, look. Gareth, look.
I'm going,
Gareth, look.
seriously, we should have brought something.
It's a dick. Garrett.
Beard's like, come up with something quick.
It's genitalia. Oh god. This one has 3. This one has 3 balls.
I think, yeah.
This is a shame.
It is.
What's the narrative? Is he's just like, look what I made, or is he?
No, he's like showing. He's like,
What's his skill level look like? Is he about to brain himself? Or is
his skill level doesn't look that great with it. He's like, he has his squire out there like holding a shield, and he's like,
so I think I would step up, and good king, I would ask, would you do my I'm a little loss of words here because it's Tuesday, but would you do my companion the honor of trying out your fabulous weapon?
Companion?
He is legendary for his prowess with things shaped similar to this.
I impregnated his sister.
Yeah.
That is, of course, if he can lift it. And I try to get a rise out of the crowd, like a ooh.
Oh, you do. He's quite embarrassed, and he's like, perhaps you would like to spar, Sir Beardsley.
No, I think he misheard me. I said that is if the Dane could lift it.
Well, it's easy to mishear you. You do kind of stutter your words. There's something about you that prevents you from speaking correctly.
I've heard that before. Sometimes it's a condition that's known as helmet ear, good lord. It's a buildup of the... Look, the point is, I was suggesting that perhaps the Dane attempt to use your weapon. That is, if he's capable of lifting it in such a way as you have.
I should have known you would back down, being that you're cowardly.
Oh, wait, is that so? Would you truly say something like that? I was only attempting to provide you a way of further showcasing your weapon, not embarrassing yourself by losing in combat. If you insist, I suppose. I look at my, kind of like my nails.
Unless you have forgotten the skills you used to win the tourney in London.
Oh dear, you heard about that trifle, did you? Do you really want to be embarrassed in front of our good king in a moment where we're supposed to be showcasing the arms that he's going to use to vanquish our enemies? I mean, do you?
And Arthur kind of laughs and stands up, and he says, now, there are plenty of people we need to fight on the battlefield. I'm sure that Sir Beardsley does not need to disable you before you're able to ride north.
Oh, I almost shit my pants, but I smirk and I bow. Your Grace.
And I hold up my invention. While you were talking, I was tying two swords together. Like, look, I did it. I did one too.
The Dane's like,
So
I can tie two things together too. It's fine.
Yeah. Sir Brastius storms off at the jest and your embarrassment of him, and of course of Arthur's rebuke, basically, to what was going on. And a squire comes in and announces some gentleman. He says, the Roman ambassador, Leonis Salonius Artorius, ambassador to Britain. And several Romans come in, including one kind of, more elegantly dressed in a centurion and several other Roman soldiers and stuff accompanying him.
I think I form up next to Garen and take my place and ready to very respectfully, nice straight posture.
And Merlin kind of bends down and whispers a few things in Arthur's ear, and Arthur kind of puts his hand up, like, yeah, I got this, and so they demand that Arthur, as the new king of Lores and the king, hopefully the king of Britain someday, pay tribute to Rome.
Introduce low murmur.
Right. It's just, absolutely. And Arthur stands for a moment. He says, "Why, of course, we should definitely send tribute, or perhaps not." He says, I bid you go home. Take all of your. There's no need for you to change your clothes and stay with hospitality when you could leave still on the same day as you return. He says, "For good sirs, the only tribute that I shall send are very fine swords and spears."
And I think at that moment,
Here.
I like to think that at that moment we're just like clunk, and we clank our and you feel this kind of thud of our fist to our chest as he says that.
Yeah, not just you guys, pretty much all of the knights in the room.
Like the whole room.
And the ambassador is just like taken aback. He doesn't know how to respond, and he begins to speak a few times, and Merlin steps forward and says, I do believe you heard the good king."
You've
He's
been
like-
dismissed.
And the centurion kind of puts his hand on the pommel of his sword and steps forward, and he says, "I will not handle such disrespect of the ambassador." And the ambassador kind of like put his hand on his chest.
I glance at Garen.
I hear swords becoming unsheathed at the moment he reaches for his sword. And one of them would be mine.
Yep.
I wipe my hands.
And the Dane's like, let me untie these ropes and get the grease off my hands so I can do some killing. Yeah.
Oh,
And
fine time for Ulo to go to Hungary.
it takes a second or so, but the centurion and the few lower ranking soldiers that are with the legionnaires that are with him think better of their actions, with close to 25 knights in the building currently. And, if they really knew that Merlin was, the wizard that he is. But anyhow, they stand down and are dismissed. Sir Kay and Sir Ector pretty much help to escort them out of the hall. And afterwards, Arthur just kind of laughs and he says, "Did they really think that we would send anything else?" He said, "It is a shame." And he says,
No.
Sir Ravel, and he calls a couple of the other knights, Sir Selwise and Sir Corin, and he says, "If you could kindly see those men to the boat."
I think I raise it. I do the slow clap and try to raise a cheer for the king.
Here.
Everyone follows you. They
To
pretty
the
much,
boat! To the boat! To the boat! And,
one of the other knights, there's like this nautical theme, like 2 oars and like a front piece, the masthead of a boat that's kind of an art piece on the wall. And one of the other knights grabs the oar and starts holding it up, and he says, "Tribute for the
there's your tribute! Yes. Here. What do we know who?
Cowards.
I note who that knight is.
Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can get his name. That would be Prince Lansor, the son of the King of Estragales. So Sir Brastius'
lovely.
son. Yep. So that's basically what goes down. And Arthur says that he is planning some raids into Saxony to help solidify. He said that the time of diplomacy is over. We will take all of Britain by conquest if necessary. Those who have not pledged their loyalty will be brought to heed.
Good. I don't like Saxons. It sounds like fun.
And he says, Sir Garin, Sir Marcus, Sir Beardsley, and Sir Bjorn, you have done well in your diplomacy and handling the things in the north. He's like, but I digress. I must send you north once again. He says, Sir, he's like, Sir Frederick the Red, a knight in northern England, or northern Britain, was killed in the last battles that we had. Some messengers have sent to us for aid in the knight's absence. A foul beast plagues the land. And being the stories I heard of this beast that you tamed, I thought perhaps your swords would still be fresh with the blood of this creature and willing to rid Britain of yet another problem.
I elbow Bjorn very subtly, just like boom, boom, like, oh, like, yeah, there you go. There's a chicken leg for you.
King.
He's like, as you well know the road to Lincoln, he's like, you will travel west at the split to the town of Stafford. There, in the outskirts of Stafford, what is known as this, so the rumors are of this large dog that harries the livestock and horses of the area. And without Sir Frederick, I am afraid it has run amok.
My king, large dog, horse-sized or larger, I would hope, or are we truly being sent to, with all due respect to? I'll be quiet now. He's picturing like a dog in predation and whatever happening with, like.
He's like, of course I do not send you north to bring a dog to heel. But your diplomacy and your skill with your tongues in bringing the Duke and to heel will also come in handy to get rid of the fear that is rampant in the town of Stafford with the absence of the knight.
And if there is such a beast, and if perhaps it is responsible for his death, of course, Sir Bjorn and Garin will kill it immediately.
Well, the absence of the knight could trigger another situation like we ran into where it could be Picts or someone similar and have unleashed their foul beast on the lands, trying to gain a foothold.
Let's hope so. Sounds more fun than being a dog catcher.
Aye, it does.
Can I eat more first?
You said more what?
Can I eat more first?
Yes, you can eat.
Can I have a sandwich?
I would hope that you would leave before the fortnight on this mission, so you have time.
Honor to serve.
I don't know that he understands what that means. If he's going to give us a fortnight and Bjorn's going to be here eating until then, he's not going to have anything left in the larders.
That's quite true.
We'll have to spend some time explaining to Bjorn what a fortnight is.
Yeah, I nod and just encourage, like, okay.
Well,
Dinner.
we'll leave in the morning. No, a fortnight. Yes.
I don't
Tomorrow
play
at
phone.
dawn.
I don't like it.
A fortnight tomorrow at dawn. It's just best not to eat so much turkey the night before. Those big medieval drumsticks. He's probably
I'm more of an Among Us guy. I don't really do the Fortnite one. So.
Oh, wah, 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 wah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So it's basically an as you wish kind of moment.
Yeah.
Who was the knight that was harassing Beardsley?
Oh, that was Sir Brastius.
Yeah, Sir Brastius.
Beardsley, do you want to
Knight
arrange
King of Osterdales.
a formal challenge with Brastius before we set out to settle the matter?
Hold your tongue, Marcus. What are you kidding me? Did you see the way he swung those? What did you call them? Is that what they're called, Bjorn? Are they
Cock and balls.
cock and ball?
Yeah. I believe you call it twig and berries.
Twig and berries, the John Thomas, and all of that. Did you see? No, I don't want you to.
I take a coin and I lean over to the musician, to the bard, and I ask them to make a song about him.
About who?
But the guy that has the
the
phallic
Oh.
phallic invention,
Nice.
something slanderous. Be like, I wanted you to play that tomorrow.
Yes. And how Beardsley upped him.
Well, no, Beardsley can play for that. Can pay for that.
So you toss a coin to your bard, and Witcher style.
I know the law.
All right.
Is there anything that we could learn about the Roman visit outside of, the unwelcome way they presented themselves, casual conversation, what's the scoop?
Yeah, actually you can. So let's see here. See if I can find that. Yep, my cheap. Oh yeah.
This is Hardcore History with Byron Wingate.
A bold maneuver at the state of the Roman Empire at this point to send an ambassador out here and make a demand.
Right.
And Bjorn, while we're getting the lowdown here, since you and I are the less than pious in the crowd, see if you can find a way to extradite us or extract us from this sausage party and find us a.
Yeah, I follow the bard out as he's going to go write something. He's going to the bar, so that's fine.
Yeah. So one of the other knights basically says, "Yeah, can you believe that they would come here and say that Britain has always been a part of the Roman Empire and that Arthur should pay tribute?" He's like, "If anything, shouldn't the Romans submit to Britain, since all of the good Roman emperors came from Britain anyway?"
Well said, sir.
Bjorn waits to laugh because you know nothing of your history.
Reach far exceeding their grasp.
Absolutely. That's really about it. Mostly, the gossip is that the Romans are certainly arrogant, and that he's glad that the king treated them the way he did and did not play into their bullshit, basically.
Is there an opportunity, Byron, whether he's coming or going after we hear from Arthur, for me to grab a second of Merlin's time? As he's like, coming
Second of Merlin's time?
Yeah, just because he's there with Arthur. Like, as he's coming or going, I kind of
He's got a coin trick he's been dying to show. He's been practicing it the whole way up here.
Yeah.
Can you sign this card?
I just wonder if I can get your signature on this.
It's the one coin that Beardsley has that he's been rolling around in his fingers.
It's not
I'm
been in
trying to
my
figure out
fingers.
how to
That's not
do
why it's
this.
warm, Tim.
Yeah, you can grab a moment of Merlin's time.
I would just sort of, how would I address
This is
the
gonna
wizard,
require a
as
glass
sire?
of wine.
Good sir, Sire Merlin. Might I have a moment.
Counselor?
Counselor Merlin. I must ask. There was there was an undertone in Arthur suggesting that this beast was some sort of I don't know, a monster, shall we say? Be it only a dog, but I would ask, what is your insight on the situation? Is this more picked witchery? Should we bring a wizard with us?
Well, you may find difficulty in finding such an individual. However, it is a part of lore, should you do research and so forth, that perhaps what you seek is something from folklore known as a barghest.
Knew it.
They are rumored to be able to change forms.
Barkess?
Barghest.
ESTA. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just they are rumored to be able to change forms and such, but we all know such creatures are non-existent.
Is that so? I study his... He's looking at me with that sort of sly stare, isn't he? To make his point about them not existing. So do you believe this is trickery on the part of the locals? Do you really believe it's their imagination?
It is not what I believe that is important.
Oh,
it is whether or not you believe.
Oh, but your wisdom. You see, I have seen creatures far more extraordinary than that one. Well, I saw one, honestly. Creature more... I get really nervous every time he looks at me, kind of thing, you know. I'm just... Is there a... let me just call it out. Is there some sort of special way to kill it? So I would rather not come back to you having lost some of my friends because we went unprepared, that's all. Sire. The counselor.
If I should caution you or give you any advice, it would be to sharpen your courage. For it is fear is its greatest weapon.
So you're suggesting then that what's his name? What's his name? Sir Bronthus? His cock and balls are not going to be useful. I mean,
perhaps. But a good knight typically puts his faith in his sword.
Fear, they thrive on fear. Thank you for your guidance. I will share this with Sir Garin to aid him in his fight with the creature.
All right.
And I do, over drinks.
Technically, you might actually defer a little bit to Garin because I don't know who has the highest.
Sir Garin is kind of our
glory.
Yeah, he's sort of like our quarterback.
Doesn't Garin have the glory? So
it's Marcus and Garin, and then now at this point, without Ulo around, it's Bjorn and I are the entertainment. And
I'm just waiting around for Merlin to do that Higatus Figatus song.
For Merlin, what?
Remember that Higatus Figatus song from the Disney movie? That's what I'm waiting for.
No, I don't. Whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
Well, if Merlin is there, I'll inquire as to young Arthur's education. How is it coming?
Well, we have some of the finest teachers around to be able to teach him.
Make sure you ask about the religious stuff.
I trust he's being educated in matters of the faith as well.
He is. Arthur is a fine Christian.
Thank God.
Learning to kneel. That's good.
Well, Beardsley, there'll be time for dog talk another time. I don't know what a Berghest is, but courage is not in short supply. But we should probably bring some extra ale.
Liquid courage.
Yes, it is.
Agreed.
We will
He
take
did say
Agreed.
bring courage. He
Liquid
did say
courage.
bring courage. So.
And
Like,
I'm
no
going to
need
go
to
to
take
the bar.
chances.
I'm going to go to the bar and find some large dogs of my own tonight.
Large dogs. Hound of Brestervilles.
Prestervilles. Ooh.
Oh,
Out of the breast.
dope.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything from our Earl that's of note before we?
Not really. Just that he's happy with your deeds and so forth, and that your handling of the situation.
I would share whatever Marcus would know, because I've heard of a Marcus before, but I don't know what he would know out of folklore from the area. That they're just giant, ferocious dogs and an omen of
Cool.
death.
I believe you should. You could roll some sort of roll. Is there some kind of?
Yeah, I rolled a
skill or something
16
like
on a. I rolled a 16 on a 2. To me, this sounds like fairy tales and
that? Fairy tales, definitely.
All I know is we're heading west at the King's Bequest, and we'll see what happens. I gotta admit that Beardsley was, I was kind of sinking with him there. That this didn't feel like a promotion. And maybe
would
even
you rather
less
be
so
building the wall?
anything, even now that we're, it's like, oh, we're going to go fight magic dogs. Oh, great. We're going to have to really bolster this tale when we come back.
We could stand here and repair a wall again. That sounds fun.
No, I'll pass on that too.
That's actually a good point.
We'll leave that for the night that we greeted on the way in. He seems to be good at polishing rocks.
I
We
much
get to settle
prefer
some
the
unrest in a night that's currently absent, their lord.
drink, travel, spend time with our brethren, and and on the off chance that there is a giant ravenous dog, then when Garen kills it, we'll bring its head back and it will be fine. We'll tell his tale. Probably the Dane's the one that actually killed it, but
And I was going to say, in all fairness, I'll soften him up and then he'll chop it in two.
Dibs on his coat.
How do you get dibs on the coat if you're not doing a killing stroke?
No, he does. I
does?
get it to about one hit point, point, and then he comes in and chops it in two.
We'll see.
According to history, not many people know this. Around 912, AD, was the invention of the shotgun rule. So if I call it,
this is when this was founded.
yeah, it was set down by our Lord Bjorn, whatever the hell my last name is.
So food for thought, though. Bjorn, you said you wanted its coat, but they said it changes shape. So what if when we battle it, it's a man? Are you going to wear a man skin around?
I mean, you are, yeah.
Drop the mic, Steve. That was perfect. He's so good. You are, you little bastard. Yeah.
He said he had dibs on the coat. He didn't say he was going to wear it. He's going to make a gift for you.
Want to wear around with it.
Walk around like we get
all I
Bernie's.
can tell you, fellas, is a rudimentary Google search, and I haven't even talked to ChatGPT yet. But let me just tell you, the Barghast does not look like it's going to be a good time. Like, I'd rather have Chipotle on an empty stomach than fight a Barghast.
No, I Googled it, then I closed it. I was like, I'd rather just be surprised.
Yeah, done.
Like, no, that's big. That's not just a dog. Okay, good.
It's just a dog, right?
Nah, like, oh, good.
Fifi.
It changes shape and does stuff, and that's cool. I'm just going to go murder things till someone says stop.
How many days travels it to Stafford?
To Stafford is probably about 6 days.
Okay, bring enough turkey legs to make it 10 days. That way we have some to feed it when we get there.
Oh, yeah.
Enough turkey legs for 10 days. That's like like 50 turkeys.
Not if
Well,
Bjorn
we got a
doesn't
huge
eat.
caravan going on. We're kind of a big deal here now, so it's we got plenty of turkey leg room. But I just want to have enough to try to feed the dog before it decides to eat us.
I mean, it's just
I'll
the
be
four of you, and the four of you and your squires. Who else are you taking?
Hey, the logistics are important.
Bjorn eats a lot. You're
We
forgetting
just have to
that.
fatten up one of the squires. It's fine. He can run around.
Come over here and put this sack on that we've been carrying the turkey legs in. Walk over and
Ula wasn't down. Are you cool? Are you cool? You want to be cool? Wear the sheepskin. Do the thing.
somebody's gonna fall for it. Somebody's gonna fall for it.
Yeah. And at some point, I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I just want to have to explain to me that this giant scary thing ain't a kid. add Beardsley's assistant, be like, he's gonna have some list and be like, you put this on, boy, and go run around, and he's gonna get eaten. We'll be all happy.
It's time to train more portly of our squires in scouting.
More poorly of our squires and scouting. It's like,
You don't
it's
need
like,
any shoes.
but why are you rubbing me in the blood of a horse before I go scouting?
Yeah.
Well, Burgess like to grab things, and we want you to be slick.
Yeah.
Greased up deaf guy, go.
There's so many titles flying around right now.
Why are you rolling your squire in breadcrumbs? Like, shut up.
And put on the sheepskin, do the thing. So far.
Yeah.
Marcus, bless them with some Parmesan cheese.
Yeah. We have to go through Salisbury so you can be the steak. It'll be good.
Oh,
He's in the wagon in a tub of marinade.
Softening him up. It's like, why am I taking a bath in herbs and spices?
Yeah.
it's 11 herbs and spices. Okay, we were the first. It's fine.
Beers just hitting him with a small hammer.
Up for your massage.
Tenderizing him.
Yeah, get that Wagyu squire out there.
Like you squire.
Beer and massage. That dude's like,
He's like Sir Kobe. It's like,
This sounds like a lot of work. Beardsley would just cut one of his squires. A little stream of blood coming.
I just give him a piece of old pork. Be like, now you have a tapeworm. Now you bleed from your butt. Good for you. I got a little pull strike for the beer gas. That thing in the good.
killing Jason today.
Shut the fuck up, Steve. Come on, man. I'm crying out of my eyes.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, yeah, thanks.
Are you gonna bring like extra squires? Can we bring extra squire?
Yeah, you're gonna name all your squires like different things, like Kobe.
No, I've named them. I've gone with
boy
the
one, boy two.
Yeah, I've gone with the integer system. It's
Boy one,
starting
boy
at
two.
zero.
Yeah, we're
one.
just gonna auto increment the ID. It'll be fine.
Squire plus. It's all over.
There you go.
What number are you on now? Like Squire 9?
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
Sir Filet, Sir Porterhouse.
Oh, Sir Filet. That's amazing.
Sir Filet. It's French. It's Sir Filet. You just call him Fillet.
My father was a porterhouse.
So in the time between we leave, whatever all the stuff we do, I think Marcus had a good idea. If there's any, nature-y type folks or, somebody that might give us any additional lore on this Berghest.
Yeah, you
We
mean
want to see if we can get some.
back in low res?
I mean, yeah,
Lore,
I mean, he said a fortnight, and I can't remember how long that is, but it's
2
more than
14 days.
Yeah. So we've got some time. I would see if we could dig up some additional
Okay.
information. Any information, preferably the real kind, but I'm sure.
Well, you guys
there'll
are in
be
Kingsbury, which does have an area where you can find lore and stuff like that. So
The Wikipedia article says citation needed, so I'm not sure what.
When we kill this thing, you're going to go into Wikipedia and fix that and say
Fix that.
Ernest of Stafford
Oh, that would
was
be amazing.
murdered by Bjorn, Marcus, and Beardsley.
you should. Just because you wouldn't do that.
Lured from his cave by a portly squire named Sir Filet.
You
7.
can put new art in there too, Steve.
Oh yeah. They're just going to be a little kid running in the background.
With a sheepskin.
Oh,
Yeah. Just streaming Lowry seasoning salt and croutons. Just, oh shit! Oh shit! It's happening! This is happening! Why'd you throw me?
I like the picture. It said like we
Oh god!
we brought extra liquid courage. We're sitting around a fire and we're drunk having this conversation. Our poor squires are like huddled up in a tent, just like, shit, it's coming.
They're kidding, right?
Yeah,
They're kidding, right?
it's coming.
Drawn straws like. I don't know what the fuck a Worcestershire sauce is, but he keeps throwing it at me. I'm not accepting any gifts of cologne or bombs or anything anymore.
It puts the Worcestershire on the Skinner.
I'm soft enough. For the love of God. It burns when I peek and I go home.
Oh, man.
Okay, then.
All right.
That was great.
It was.
That just fixed the front end of my week. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace, Squire Old Roy.
Squire, all right.
Purina. That was young Purina. We'll memorialize him forever.
They're beneficial.
Squire Bill Jack.
Yeah. That was a budget one. That was
Yeah. Well, I get cheap squires. They go fast.
yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Mostly because you kill them. I mean, that has nothing to do with what they do.
When the big dog ate him, he was just still hungry and he shit a bunch.
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
That's exactly
Mostly
right.
filler.
All right.
Mostly green.
The rest of us are just tired of Beardsley Squires asking if they can join our team. I think I've learned enough over here.
Yeah. I don't have any bandages. No. All out. You're making my house smell like soy sauce. Go away. Darken my doorstep no longer, young squire.
Oh, crap.
Here's some celery and some onions. Bring them back.
So we likely.
So that's plan A.
Yeah.
Let's have plan B.
Yes, please.
What? Yes.
Likely, we should visit the town nearby, right, and sort of try to get a sense of.
Yeah, Stafford.
Yeah.
Or is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about like where you guys are now?
The town there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's where the messengers came from that were searching out help or aid in the matter.
You have a cat problem?
So
What were you saying, Garen?
I just, outside of the fear factor, was there anything else we learned from our attempt to find out any additional information?
There's stories abound of creatures that change shape that can take the form of a human or even goblins.
Well, so much for your trust issues, Beardsley. Everybody that we come across could be a dog in disguise.
How does one know? So
this is
cut him-
where
you just cut him open.
misinformation- This is where misinformation.
do they have a smell or a
You stack stones on them.
right?
There's
They-
Oh, wait,
small-
that's what.
There's a small whistle.
lie down,
small
please,
whistle.
madam. I would like to stack stones on you and see if you react adversely. I'm sorry, I'm spitting on you. I was
This
born
one
with
can handle the weight. I'll be right back.
What else? What else floats besides a witch? Small rocks.
On
Who are you that is wise in the ways of science?
this shall require my largest scales.
So yeah, so can we, Byron, get some talking to the
Levels.
locals, right? About like
Yeah.
how do you know and can you tell and do they only come out in the full moon and does it fart a lot or whatever, like whatever they can tell us about it. Wives have tails, turns out.
Yeah. Sure. So, I mean, there's probably more as you get up there, to the area. There's definitely probably, that the town itself, rumors and gossip and so forth that you can determine.
Let's do it.
So that's it's time to go talk.
Well, is there anyone here that would know? I mean, obviously this is a larger town, isn't it? So maybe there is.
Yeah, Kingsbury is much larger.
Because they're should probably gather some supplies, like common remedies for dog bites and things, and
Common remedies for dog bites.
bandages, poultices.
I don't know. This is probably not period appropriate, but silver bullets, that kind of stuff.
Silver bullet.
I hope one day they invent the gun.
Yeah.
Perhaps a silver cross or something.
Oh, well, we got plenty of that crap. I mean, stuff. I mean,
Like, it's just a letter. I commission a local
I
leather
mean,
worker.
heck, Marcus
Make
has
a really
got
big
6 of them
collar.
hanging from his neck.
Make a really big what, Steve?
Collar.
Oh,
On a collar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna
A big
take it
collar
with you.
for the dog.
tame it.
What if we did?
Yeah, for the dog. Yep.
It's like, yeah, for the dog.
I saw Harry Potter playing music.
It's
Doesn't that work?
Like a
Oh,
small
hey.
whistle. Like, no one hears it, but one person goes off somewhere. Be like, "That's it, found it."
I think we would send
Yeah,
squires for
Beardsley and your
supplies,
flute.
right?
How high a note can you hit?
As I break glasses. I think I'm going to bring the harp. Who knows? While Sir
yeah?
Garen's fighting it, I might make it lazy. I'll play like some.
Might
Yeah.
make you angry.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
I am like Joe Satriani on this harp. Turns out.
Could you play Guile's theme from Street Fighter 3 when we fight this thing?
Yeah, bro.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
It'll be great when you invoke your love of family passion to play your harp and miss the roll. Drive yourself crazy. Drive the dog crazy. And the rest of us get murdered.
It's like a.
The only person left is you. Just
It's like Def Leppard shreds. If you've seen that video where the dude dubs in like all the bad audio over the Def Leppard video, yeah, it's like that. That would get a whole bunch of supplies though, I guess. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, you definitely, you get the normal folklore here, but yeah, nothing that like no one's claims that they've seen one or anything like that around where you've been now. It's mostly the stories and stuff that are written. No firsthand accounts or anything like that.
Is there anything that suggests how to beat one or like it's hang a head of lettuce, outside of your window on Wednesdays to protect yourself from the Barghest or whatever. Is there any folklorish protections?
Just the only thing you see is that you should be blessed by God due to the fact that it curses its prey.
Well, now we know who's fighting.
So,
And it ain't Bjorn and I.
yeah, but you're assuming though that we will be its prey, and turns out that beasts love easy prey. And since you're not blessed, which we could change while we're here in a civilized town, so Marcus would be happy to accompany us. We could cleanse you of your pagan filth, is all I'm saying, and protect you as well at the same time. It's good.
Protect you as well.
I say we go to Stafford and see what they have to say. This sounds like more hokum.
I'll just bring. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm a non-believer, but there was a giant fucking bird last one.
Yeah, I mean, like, weird shit happening would just be accused of being fairies and stuff naturally here anyway.
Ooh, I've got this fancy fairy ring, so the only one who doesn't have protection is Bjorn. He just happens to be as big as a house, so we're good.
That's always been protection.
And that ring did actually protect you back at the last episode.
That'll be my first foray into battle with this. Back, you beast!
Losing arm.
Bites your fucking
Kill,
head off.
are you gonna do this when like someone showing off their ring when they get engaged? You'll be like, "Back, you beast! Back, you beast!"
All the single ladies.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
The bard starts a rousing tune of single ladies. Oh.
Let's go kill this dog thing. Let's go talk to the locals and kill it.
So you do ride north and then to the west once you get to the fork in the road that leads to Lincoln, and this. So the road leads west into the forest. The what was it? The Bedegrain Forest, where you guys were before, basically, where you fought the bird and got rid of the picks and stuff that were there, and it goes towards the kind of around the edge, the lower edge of the Pennine Mountains, and on the west side of the Pennine Mountains, just about 5 miles west of the edge of the mountains, it's the village of Stafford. Or town.
Beardsley's tracking this, so if you could take notes for me too, that'd be great. Okay.
He takes notes for me also.
Yeah, but then I don't ever go back and read them, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
But I feel like I'm satisfying my OCD. Helps me name the episodes.
Oh, I do have a lot of notes typed up, but when I look back, it's mostly gibberish. It's like to Stafford ?
Yeah.
Centurion King of Icy Hot or something.
Centurion King of Icy Hot.
Yeah. Duke corned beef of Linzetti. This one says Little Green Gem. One says Joust in the morning. Yep, I'm good at this.
As long as you don't get up and actually attempt to joust someone in the morning, we're fine. We don't need to get canceled because you murdered people.
That's true.
Yeah. So,
That's facts.
is there any,
more squires every day?
what's the terrain like? Is it a tough trip?
So it's rocky. It's not a tough trip. And once you go into the forest and stuff, the road is a lot less, than the main road that you ran to the north. So, as you get there, it's low hills and forest. Rocky if you were to go any further north, but it kind of swoops around below the bottom of the mountains as you head to the west.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, new moon, half moon,
Oh, shit.
full moon.
New Moon, that movie doesn't exist. But
Is anyone particularly sparkly?
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a quarter moon actually.
Quarter moon.
Oh god, we're good.
He's like, no werewolf, we're good. Werewolves are more Germanic.
And technically they'll be like 25 millimoons because we're in England, so.
Right.
That is true.
Inversion joke. You're welcome.
I
you.
loved it.
It's
Lost track
that's 1.3 moons at this point, isn't it? Like, it's moon sterling.
That's no moon.
So about every hour we swap out one of the portly squires. We don't want them losing any weight on this journey. So as they walk,
To lose any weight.
And the day of, we're just going to tie them all together.
You just
every time you stop to rest, you feed the one squire first.
we got like a pack mule with just a whole bunch of fat squires on it, just like sitting there all like, all right.
Like, this is great, but is anyone else suspicious?
Ready to be eaten.
why are they keep asking us to toss this ball up in the air as I walk? This is we're working on your hand-eye coordination.
I worry at some level that we're being sent on this errand because someone's afraid that we might find out the truth about their efforts to undermine the king. We should make haste, kill this beast, and return, and vanquish the that guy, Brassius.
He's just a blowhard.
Night King of Oesterdales.
King of Icy Hot.
King of Estragales.
Oh God, yeah. No, Oesterdales.
Okay.
Oesterdales.
Yeah, so you guys enter the town. You can imagine a typical village that's on the foothills of the mountains that lead towards the rockiest terrain in Britain, really, going north. The heavily forested mountains that are here. And it's got that very spooky kind of vibe to it. Not a lot of lights on at night. The road is very misty, and it's wet. It's kind of a small light rain is occurring as you guys are riding in. One thing that you notice, Sir Marcus, there's no church.
Oh boy!
In the town.
Yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is a college town.
College town. No, Oxford is south. But you do notice that there's no church in the town.
Well, the protection of the Lord is certainly lacking here.
I bet it's. You said it's gloomy and spooky, like sort of
Yeah, it's
Silent
very
Hill and
gloomy.
foggy, and
Yeah, not a lot of people out on the streets, especially in the evening as you're coming in. Normally, you would expect to see maybe activity at the taverns or inns or so forth, but not a lot going on. Most people seem to
wretched
be.
place.
Yeah.
That's spooky music I just heard.
It is.
Is there any chance that we came across the black-robed person that looks like a witcher when we were on our trail up here?
A black robed person that looks like the Witcher? No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm just checking. I'm very observant. I have a great awareness.
Just Garen, not Geralt.
Yeah. So we're close enough.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's down in Nottingham.
Playing Warhammer.
Working on his Warhammer movie.
He's too busy not being Superman.
Yeah.
What is this
Exactly.
place? There's no one out. What time of day is it, Byron?
It's like evening. So you guys
So
are
people
getting
should
here
be
right.
out at some level. Moving
Yeah,
on.
I mean it's dark. It's definitely getting dark. Probably what you would call like 7 o'clock or so during the like early spring. So it's definitely still getting dark.
Fires in the hearths and such. Obviously,
There are, yeah, you can definitely see smoke rising from the hearts of the houses and so forth.
faces in windows as we're riding in together. Are people looking out at us or anything weird? Or
So you see a few, and then as some look out, they reach out and shut their shutters.
I flinch at them. Like, I don't.
I bark at their window.
Yeah. So they were like,
Yeah.
they shut their shutters like, oh shit, like strangers.
Yeah, they're very unsure.
I sort of lag back wherever Marcus is. I either move forward or lag back. This place is forsaken. I can smell it in the air.
Sorry.
Okay. You guys arrive at the only inn that really looks like it could be open, really.
Is it the only one in town or the only one that looks...
It's not the only one in town. You passed another one,
Okay.
the Black Raven,
Okay.
and it seemed to be closed up.
And this is what's it called? Like the Devil's Butthole or something terrible like that? It's
Devil's
like
Something's terrible.
something terrible. The Murdered Knight. Is it called the Murdered Knight? Tell me it's the Murdered Knight.
No, and this one's called the Empty Tankard,
Oh, nice. We can do that.
and it shows like a beer keg with like a tap and a mug underneath it with nothing flowing out of it.
Now Bjorn feels the dread.
Yeah. This place
Is forsaken.
I told you so. High five.
No ale, that's it.
I was like, what does the sign say?
Yeah. It says cup, tap, nothing in middle. Yeah.
He can read pictures and doesn't have words.
He asked me. I didn't ask him.
No, I'm retconning this to just he's terrible. This is what I'm doing. He's being redone as someone who doesn't understand anything. So it's gonna be fine.
Oh, got it. Understood. Now that Olu is gone.
Yeah, I gotta average it out.
Well, we should dismount and go in. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the squires aren't going to be happy with the fact that we asked them to tend to the horses and watch things.
Yeah, I think
I mean, that's basically what their job is.
I you know, they do that, and I pull one of the least plump aside, right? And I pull my shut up. Let me get this out so we can move on. I pull a dagger out, and I put it in his hand and protect the others, right? With your life.
I mean, he probably has a sword. He's a squire.
No,
Like,
is he my squire? He doesn't have a fucking
He
sword.
doesn't train
No,
him at all.
I don't trust him. He's got a
Is he
wooden
my
sword.
squire? You don't got a fucking sword.
He's got a wooden sword. So
Yeah.
I give him actually my squire. Yeah, I give him his first metal thing, his first piece of
metal thing.
his first piece of cutlery. Listen, young Bill Jack, protect the others.
Beetle Jock.
Yeah, see to it that they're protected, young man.
Bill Jack the plump. They'll call him.
The skinny. The not so plump. Okay.
As I
Yeah, you
walk
guys-
by, I hand him a spare turkey leg. I'm like,
Oh, you
Do you
dick.
have a spare turkey leg? Like
I dropped
That seems unlikely.
Yeah.
that
I
seems
dropped
unlikely. You're
I dropped
gonna
it
have to
on
make a roll for that one.
No, he's had it in his belt the entire
Roll
ride.
versus
I'm sure it's delicious.
Bjorn's gluttony.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right. I failed that. He can't have it.
You had a second thought.
Ulo would definitely be indulging. He would be like eating all.
Oh, should we gather around in a circle and we each take a bite of a turkey leg and then we drop a turkey leg on the ground, like one for us and then one for him since he's gone, like in the Boys to Men video.
One for my homies.
Yeah, that too soon. I didn't get that off.
All right, we'll go in. We'll see if we can
All right,
find anybody.
You go in. There are a couple of patrons in here, but definitely not as big of a crowd as you would anticipate. Well, maybe as you would anticipate with the fact that the streets are mostly barren and so forth. And
We have a name of somebody we're looking for here. Usually we have, they're like, go see this person. I know the knight's been killed, but is there somebody we're looking for?
No, they don't. They didn't really give you directions as to who you should speak to or anything like that. It was a messenger that brought a note, and Arthur figured you guys could figure it out.
Yeah.
So there's a couple different patrons. Are there any large dogs?
Yeah, no, there's no large dogs. Oh, there is like a sheep herder dog It's kind of over in the corner. It's kind of ratty and matted and doesn't look like it's been bathed in quite some time. It's kind of curled up by the fire. And an old gentleman with a pipe kind of sits next to it. There's an older lady that is at the, I guess you could call it the bar. And she has kind of scraggly hair. One of her eyes is really milky and doesn't look like she can see out of it all that well.
I have a 20 awareness. Are any of them scratching at themselves?
Oh,
Scratching it.
so
No, you do not.
I would notice.
This is 9, 12, 8. Everyone has fleas.
Everybody's scratching.
yeah.
Good point.
That's an REM song.
Everyone has fleas?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Sure.
So is it?
All right.
What's the vibe? Is it quiet, or when we walk in, are they
It's
like,
quiet,
"Who the hell,
hushed.
why the hell are you here?" kind of look, or are they just?
Not necessarily why the hell are you here? I mean, she realizes that you're knights. It's pretty.
Well, no, I mean the patrons,
It's pretty obvious.
not the bar, not the satanic bar lady, but the.
You hear some mumblings from two of the guys that are kind of sitting at a table. Kind of looks like they're wasting away in their drinks.
What's this town called?
Stafford.
Good folk of Stafford, we are servants of the boy King Arthur, and we have come to help you with your dilemma. But first, in honor of Sir Garin, we drink. And I throw some coins on the.
And then one of the gentlemen kind of interrupts you and raises his tankard, and he says, I see Arthur has set more meat for the beast.
Ha 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 ha! It's funny. No, what he has sent is a cure for your problems. First of which is clearly pessimism. What I'm going to do is buy you a drink, and then we are going to see to your
Say
beast.
something about your savior.
What? Oh, and Jesus love you, don't you know? For Marcus's Bible. No, yes, I would.
The power of Christ compels you.
We come to deliver you from these dark times. Do not let them consume you. Is that who you are? Is that the brave people of Stafford?
The only thing I'm consuming is the rest of this mug of ale.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I have coin for many more. How about you, sir? He's clearly not thirsty anymore. He needs to go home and hide in the loo.
The other guy's like, well, I'm thirsty.
Of course you are. Then come, drink with us. Talk with us. Not you. I'm sorry. You go on and do laundry or whatever it is you are planning to do. I buy a round.
Okay. The old lady kind of brings them out, and she kind of she struggles to get the tray of mugs, but she brings them and kind of slaps them on it. There's only like 4 tables really in this place.
There a fireplace?
Yeah, there's a fireplace.
Okay.
It does have a smoldering fire. It's not a raging fire, but a smoldering one.
I go grab one of the little iron pokey things and I just tap the dog a little bit to see if it yelps or does anything. Because
It just kind of looks over at you. And,
Okay.
And the old man with the pipe that's kind of sitting there has kind of a hat that's kind of pulled down, like a wide brimmed hat that's kind of pulled down over his face with a cloak up, even over that as he sits next to the fire. You can tell his cloak is wet. He's been out in the weather and the elements before coming here, for sure. And and he says, "Scratch him, and he'll be your friend forever."
James, what are you going to say? You got squashed in the Zoom lag.
I
was going to talk to the woman that is running the place.
Yeah, she kind of looks at you with her milky eye. You're not really sure if she's actually looking at you or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the idea. She's at least paying attention to you.
Yeah. I'll introduce myself, Sir Marcus. That's Sir Garin, Sir Beardsley, Sir Bjorn. We're here on business for King Arthur. We heard about Sir Frederick Dread's death here, and that some terrible malady is afflicting this town. We're looking into that. Who would know about this?
The only malady that affects this town is a lack of our Lord.
And vision care.
It's your lucky day.
Vision care.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Oh, glasses.
I lean down and I scratch the dog.
Yep.
And I ask I ask the old man if he's seen anything.
He says, "Have I seen anything? No. The smell of it is wild in the air. In the mountains east of here, the chains, you can hear them like they ring in the old church."
You said them. We're under the impression there's a they, like a one.
I think I'm with Marcus. I think the two of you guys are over there.
It's like, I hope it's more than one, because if one beast can do the damage that has been done, then there is no hope for us. You may pray to your Lord, or whoever you hold dear. I see not a cross upon your neck.
No cross here. We carry our crosses on these two.
He's like, look, yeah, look.
Point to Marcus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey girl, look.
So Bjorn and I are we're gonna, have a chat with this guy, have a drink, see what he can tell us about all of the bad things that have been happening. And, we're not leaving till it's done.
Yeah, and so you guys are talking to the lady, so I'll get back to you guys in 1 second because he had already asked about the woman. So, Marcus is talking to the woman. She says basically that the lack of the presence of our Lord is the main calamity of this town. She goes, ever since Sir Frederick took the priest with him when he went on his sabbatical in Arthur's request to fight in the East. It's like when the young squire brought what was left of Sir Frederick back to be buried in the churchyard, they say that what curse he brought with him exudes from the ground. And you can hear it if you listen closely on the wind in the evening time, like chains jingling, bringing with it death.
So I think I was there with my coins and I'm just listening. Where the priest?
What did you say?
He took a priest with him. Did the priest not return?
He did not. Only Sir Frederick Squire, who was injured and died shortly after.
So Marcus, there's a man of the cloth out there that needs our help.
And that's what she says. I don't know. Do you have any more questions for her, or a response to that?
Where is Sir Frederick buried?
In the courtyard of the church. Well, the cemetery on the outskirts of the church. It is east in the hills. It is known as Crossfell Church. It has been abandoned since the priest is gone.
Good.
No one goes up there. they feel it's haunted.
When did these troubles begin? So Frederick took the priest, likely because he felt there was a spiritual threat. Aye? And
Yes. He was a pious man.
so he took a man of the cloth with him. And that man of the cloth is not returned, but you found Sir Frederick's remains. How long ago did all of this begin?
It was last fall.
What time? And this is spring, yeah?
Yeah. So the messenger basically would have made the journey south after the winter. And Sir Garen and Bjorn, you're talking to the old man. And he seems to be drinking hot tea of some sort. He's not drinking any alcohol. He has a ragged blade. You kind of see it like tucked up under his coat. His coat is heavy, not hardened leather, but definitely weather soaked. And you can tell this man spent a lot of time outside in the woods and so forth. And it's not a sword, but it's more of a big knife.
Yeah, what business have you here in town? You look like you spend a lot of time outdoors.
I'm a tracker.
Oh. What is your specialty?
Anything in these woods.
Any chance you did any business with Sir Frederick?
Some. My boy was a young squire for him before his death.
What type of business? Were you on him when he met his? Were you with him or near him when he met his demise?
Oh no, I'm not a man of war. Only a man of means. It's
He had to have been looking for something.
When he left,
Yeah.
he headed east at Arthur's command for war, basically to go fight the Saxons.
Oh, I thought he was here.
No. Mm-mm. No, he
starting
died.
the town.
He died under Arthur's command. Not Arthur wasn't in the battle, but I mean he was sent with other men and didn't return.
Misunderstanding on my part.
No, that's okay. Not a problem.
Yeah, I thought he was a victim of this.
No.
So who got mauled? And I guess I wouldn't know this because I wasn't talking to the old lady. Who's buried in the churchyard?
So Sir Frederick's remains were brought back from the front
Oh, okay.
by his squire to be buried in the churchyard. That's his final task of his night. He was sent to perform those duties, but then he died of his own injuries once he got back. And the town folk buried him, but there was no priest to consecrate the grave or anything.
Yeah, I was going to set out to the graveyard if it is nearby, and
So
it's not completely dark yet, and perform the last rites.
So Marcus, before you walk away,
Have fun.
as you get out of earshot,
I wasn't going to go by myself.
kind of move off with you,
Crazy.
and I have to say, like, so the one person whose remains they didn't find, was he saved? The priest has not been recovered. He was torn to bits. What if he was a heathen like them? Wait, am I doing the list?
If the priest was a heathen?
No. What if? I don't want them to hear, my comrades. What
A
if
secret priest.
what if he was a heathen like they are? The priest has not been found, so it didn't kill him. It didn't tear him apart. Maybe it's trying to figure out what to do with him. Maybe we can save him. By the way.
No, the priest went with Sir
Right,
Frederick.
but they've not recovered his remains, have they?
No, they didn't.
Right.
Well, I mean, he
But-
went with a lot of other people, right?
He went with a lot of other people.
And they didn't find any other remains, just the knight?
no, just this was the town that the knight was from.
His squire brought him back.
Oh, his squire.
I see.
squire
Okay.
brought-
I misunderstood.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
the last task that the squire was tasked with.
You just
Was-
ruined like a Perry Mason-esque case to get them baptized. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I mean, you can still
No.
get people baptized. That's not a
No,
problem.
Good luck.
no, I was paying attention to what you were doing there, Jason. That was good. No,
It's like, no.
I have proficiency in Norse pagan shit. I got 10 points. I'm
Oh,
not
it's fine. Put it on your forehead. It's fine.
Pellegrino.
Ahudore. No.
San Pellegrino.
Cheaper than liquid death.
That's
Shit,
true.
Okay. So I'm sorry, James. I interrupted you, but
But not better.
yeah.
Yeah, either now if it wasn't dark yet, or in the morning. We'll be setting up.
It would be dark before you would reach the church. Yeah.
In the morning, I plan to set out to the church and perform the last rites for Sir Frederick.
Yeah.
He's owed that as a knight.
Yeah. I'll go pray with him. I let him pray though, because sometimes the prayers aren't as effective because of my speech impediment.
That's it. That's
Dear
why.
baby Jesus,
It is.
forgive us now in my hour of need.
God knows what you did.
Right.
No, he doesn't.
That's why
He-
your prayers will go unanswered. He doesn't understand.
Please send me another squire.
That's,
I somehow lost the last one.
And could you
this
make
one.
it
This
not-
one's name is Jimmy Dean. Oh.
Jimmy Dean.
Yeah.
Jesus. Jimmy Dean.
So querying this old man just about, we've heard the folklore around a Bergast, and we're not really sure what it is. Could be a man, could be a dog. Does he know anything?
He says many things roam these woods, but this creature, they call it a dog of the night. Supposedly it stands as tall as a man, but its tracks do not show such.
Like a Beardsley-sized man or a Bjorn-sized man?
Like a man or like a lisp.
Like a man. That's hyphenated, by the way. Man.
How many ulos tall it was, but you wouldn't understand.
Like a man.
How many ulos tall? Yeah, you
And
can figure it out.
what is a Bjorn decimal point?
Like a man. So is it a one dog night or a 3 dog night? I don't know.
A 3 dog night. Oh my God! Shut up. All
I
right.
found a frog. I named him Jeremiah.
Is he a bullfrog?
I haven't checked.
Yeah. Definitely a friend of
This
yours,
is all
for
because
sure.
of Thorg. I was reading some Thorg,
Yeah, of course.
Thorgisms.
I feel bad because I'm missing out on all that because my internet connection the dog shit today. So I had to close that window to save.
I'm gonna have
Whatever.
Thorg. I'm gonna have Thorg text you each thing he says in the chat, so you have to deal with it in your own way.
Well, the good news is if you watch the Twitch, it'll be on there for 2 weeks. You can watch it, and it'll show you all the messages and stuff. You just have to wait till they actually happen. So
Yeah, I gotta watch
whole
myself.
thing.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yep.
So they call it a
Yeah.
dog of the night. It's the size of a man. It's the size of a man.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a farmer and 2 of his sons that went up to the church to rid us of this thing and to seek guidance that what may be left of the altar there. But he said only one of the youngest boys returned, missing his arm.
Is he still around? I mean, obviously
No.
not without his arm and all.
Was he plump?
He was not.
Oh,
Why has he
Pretty
not?
fast.
Did he pass from his wounds?
He did. A fever took him.
did you
Was
say?
was he saved Do you know?
I am unsure.
Is his family still here?
No, his wife was taken away.
By
She succumbed to her own nightmares after the death of her husband and 2 sons. It seems as if the beast took her will to live as much as it took her family.
it must die.
It is true.
Are they interred in the cemetery as well?
No, I believe they were buried at their farm.
Ah.
No one goes up to the church.
Do you go up to the church?
I am not scared of this beast, if that's what you ask.
That's what I asked.
I did not go to the church myself, but I could take you there. The trip is much easier when you know the way.
I think that'd be great.
There is a small limestone gorge along the road. I believe that way. Not much ground. The rocks carry not a great scent. I do not believe the beast could track our entry should we approach from that direction.
And what is your name, sir?
I am Gilbert.
Gilbert. I am Garen. Have you heard of me?
Kind of a big deal.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Let's see. Has he heard of you? He has not.
He's like a value meal. Come on now.
You will. Anyway, Gilbert, we would value your help, and
He's like,
Sir Beardsley is the man with the purse. He will see to it that you are
Beardsley will pay you handsome.
compensated.
Yeah. So I
He heard Muddy and Beardsley, and he turns around.
So I think I come over and I do. I think of course, I kind of usher him off to the side and I wink at Garen. Like, of course, I know what you're doing. And I just whisper to him, we're going to go to this church and see to it that this plague is lifted from your township. And when it happens, you will remember this name. Jesus. It's not your pagan gods. I glance over my shoulder to make sure that they're not close enough to hear. We brought the power of Christ. I'm sorry if I'm spitting on you at the thing. Do you understand? And I'm pressing a farthing into his hand.
This is for the gentleman at the table, or this was the old guy?
The guy that Garen was just saying, hey, Beardsley will pay you off. That guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like, the guy's really confused. He goes, thanks, but that guy was talking.
Yeah.
What did you say you put in his hand?
I'm going to put I don't know how much money I have floating around. I'm going to a decent amount of money, not an
appropriate unit of currency.
Yeah, an appropriate unit of impressive, an appropriately impressive unit of currency. That'll be the.
I put 7.
Yeah.
It's a paper that says
2 Bitcoin.
Yeah, 17,000 Bitcoin. Hold on.
So he says, if you may not take offense, he's like, save it for those in need.
I smile and I hug him.
He's like, there are many whose families could be fed with such coins.
And why else would I give it to you, good sir? Let not the glory be to the knights. Let it be to those who are close enough to help them when they most need it. And I press it back to him. I did not tell you how you had to spend it. I merely told you you needed to take it. And that Jesus gave it to you.
He's like, you tell me you have plenty of spare because Jesus saved?
Nope. No. because I spit on him enough. He's got a hanky, and he's just like,
he's got
oh
like
god,
a red,
like, oh.
he's got like a rain hat and stuff. So you didn't get any nothing on him.
He
It's
came
beating off of
Not
his
e-
cloak.
He had
Not
heard
even flinching.
He didn't hear about Gary. Yeah, raincoat.
Does he take it?
I mean, you kind of insisted, so he feels like he would definitely be offending you at this point. So he does take it.
Good.
All right. Shall we meet here in the morning? Have breakfast? We need to feed a few of our squires before we head out.
We're to the point where we need to feed some of our squires our other squires. Like,
Yeah, feed your squires, other squires.
mhm.
I hand the old man another tea. Like decaf, because we have to be up early. But
Decaf tea. Decaf. There's no fucking decaf.
No, the Danish invented it. You just squeeze it really hard, and all the caffeine comes
Yeah.
out.
yeah, they're just leaves. I just find leaves.
I'm assuming this is a walking journey, or is this a horse journey?
You probably have to. You could go part way on horse, but yeah, the rocks and stuff are high enough, and that it's more of a pilgrimage to this church. This church sits a few miles, like northeast of the town.
I say to Bjorn, pilgrimage is churchy talk for walking.
Ah,
Churchy talk for walking.
that's
Yeah.
kneeler talk for walking.
Kneeler talk for walking. That's the language you've just been known as, the kneeler talk.
Yeah, you're kneelers.
Is Marcus putting up with all this?
I don't know how much of it is supposed to be sincerely held by their characters or not, but yeah,
That's
he
true.
would be.
Okay. He's like, because they're gonna ask at some point for your help, right?
We've got a good relationship. That's
Yeah,
a give and
how do you
take
guys do?
No, we got to have Marcus's story arc too. We got to throw him in there. Be like, oh, you can be the hero. Prevent me from dying.
I'm sure there'll come a time where it goes too far, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. True enough. All right.
There'll be a moment in a day when we're begging him for blessings, so he's just biding his time. Holy
yeah,
crap, Marcus!
They're like, can I have one of your lowercase T necklaces, please? When do I get the rest of the letters?
How many rounds does this saving take?
Yeah, how many rounds does it take? It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
3.
Well, I can tell you this. If it comes to getting saved, I'm going to Marcus. Sorry, Beardsley.
Yeah, because you come to me and I'd be like, I actually don't know how to do this. Let me just open the manual. Wait, is it in Jeremiah? Is it in Bocephus? Where is it? I don't know.
It's likely to be less painful with Marcus. So you ask Beardsley for a blessing and you're getting a backhand.
I don't sure terror is a substitute for sincerity.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you guys, find a place to rest. The old lady says that there is a house that is a block up on the east side. That the family no longer lives here, but she still has the key for the place, and it hasn't been cleaned out yet. So there'll still be plenty of room for you, and there's a fire there, so she could have some individuals go and start a fire for you.
That's great. Well, let's work on our courage while she's getting the house ready for us.
All right. So you guys rest overnight. Anything in particular you want to do over the night?
Prayers.
Prayers.
Yeah. This place is horrible. Paralyzed by.
Have the squires keep a watch detail on the horses and stuff.
Okay. Not a problem. So yeah, not really much happens. It's a very foggy night. Do you guys set up watches and stuff, or do you just all sleep?
No way. No. No way.
I put a bell around my squire.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, if we're in the house, I think Marcus has got it. You just have the squires.
They're keeping watch.
Okay, squires are keeping watch. Okay. Let's see here.
And one of them is slightly armed.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys, so how would you see your characters? Do you see your characters as being like sound sleepers? I know Garen has quite an awareness.
Normally, but in strange places, no.
Okay.
I think Beardsley's pretty anxiety ridden to begin with. And in this particular situation, he's trying to put some things together, so he's more sitting and staring at the fire and knowing he needs to go to sleep. But there's just no way. Like he goes between praying and trying to think of that one thing he needs to say to Garen that's going to have Garen be like, oh yeah, of course. But he's not getting it. So he's just like kind of convinced that this is a scary situation and we're fucked.
Would keep watch when it was my squire's turn. Just be out there with him.
Okay. Not a problem.
Gross.
Yeah.
Can you
I look at
Will you give Beardsley's squires a quick kick while you're out there?
He has some sympathy for him, so he tries to include him when he's training Lucan to like give him like sword training he's lacking and whatever other stuff you're not providing for your squire.
You know, Marcus.
Excellent.
Your namesake, Marcus Aurelius, had recommendations as to how to rid yourself of those tendencies. Good night.
Nice.
And I'm guessing Bjorn is just zonked.
He's ready to
ate
murder.
like 7 chickens and
I do
couple sheep stomachs.
I do put my foot up against the door and I go to sleep.
Nice. I like it. Sleeping with your foot up against the door. That's cool. I like that. All right. And so Sir Garen, does your squire take watch also?
Yeah.
Or just,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They would take watch. Like you said, I'm a pretty aware person. But I'm not, I don't have trouble sleeping, but it would be hard to surprise me, I envision the movie scene where somebody tries to sneak up on you and you're at a knife at their throat before they.
Right. I would say that your squire takes the watch that's kind of like over midnight. I kind of rolled to see like whose squire was whatever. And so Garen, your squire is on watch, and he comes and he wakes you.
We'd have to get past the big man, so.
You're sleeping in the same room? You guys are all in the same room?
We're
We're in the
spooning.
house.
Why wouldn't we sleep in the same room? It's warmer that way. For God's sake, Sham, don't.
You're cuddling
I don't know
too?
I don't know what kind of house it is.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Like a one room house.
So
Bjorn's got his boot up against the door.
Yeah, when I'm involved in the spooning, it's called ladling. By the way.
ladling.
So if my squire needs help, he's pounding on the door.
Yeah, he's kind of pushing on the door.
A giant foot blocking the way.
Foot is blocking the way. So I guess Bjorn, give me an awareness roll to see if you wake up from this.
From your chasing the dragon or whatever it is you're doing.
The hell is what am I rolling against?
Awareness.
Shit, I gotta open my character sheet. I don't even know how that works now.
Me neither. It's been a minute.
My awareness is 10. I got a 13.
Okay, yeah. So no, you're sound asleep. So
No, I feel like I would have woken up because my foot's on the door.
yeah, that's true. I'll give you a plus 5.
I'm sure he's yelling too.
Plus 5.
Is he
Yeah.
yelling?
Yeah.
Or is he
He's not yelling.
Yeah.
He's not yelling.
He's like,
yeah, he's not in panic.
there's a
He's more
monster.
just in like something is thing. So yeah, you would you let the guy in basically? I mean, you know that there are people on watch, and I assume that you would just let him in. So the squire comes in and he says, "Sir," he's like, "Sir Garen."
I look at Garrett, like, I got you.
Yeah. He says,
you froze on me. I was like, I
Yeah,
didn't
you're
know
a
what
robot.
anything said after Sir Garen.
yeah, that's all he said actually. So he says, "Sir Garen, there's kind of a strange sight in the road.
What kind of sight, Pip?
A girl."
Bjorn sits up.
I attempted to get her attention. She's just wandering.
Oh, no.
I thought perhaps you would want to know. I didn't want to leave my post.
Just wandering in the road.
Yes, she's probably a few yards or so past the house at this point.
All right,
Seems to be dragging
I'll
something.
get up.
Oh, good. She's dragging
Making any
something.
noise?
Dragging the corpse.
I'll get up, grab my sword and go out with Pip and see what's going on. Bjorn, you'd be awake.
Yeah, Bjorn, you're awake, so
Yeah, I stand up and I shoulder my axe and I walk out with him.
okay.
Yeah, let's check this out.
So you guys go out there, and Pip, he's like, there. If you look just in the mist, there you can still see her.
The
And there's a small girl.
girl is in the mist.
There is a girl in the mist that is back, but you can still see her. She's just barely out at the Rangers. Well, actually, you have a 20 awareness, so you can see her clearly. But Pip is having difficulty pointing her out.
Come. And does she look to be dragging something?
Yeah, she's dragging something behind her, like in one hand.
Are we all there?
Is she
I'm not
a
there.
large girl?
If you guys wanted to wait, no, she's a small girl, so you think she's maybe 2-3 feet high.
I think no. I think
You
I'm
know,
sleeping.
I mean, I guess you could roll for awareness to see if Bjorn and I.
Yeah,
are
you can
leaving
roll
with
for
a
awareness
startle
with
key.
Bjorn
I
had
would
his
not-
foot against the
I-
door, so he has a +5. But he wasn't trying to be like wake everybody up. He was just trying to get Garen's attention. He knows that Garen is a light sleeper.
So I got a 12 against 10.
So no,
So you didn't
you're-
wake-
Yeah,
You're
I think
sleeping.
even at most, I think I'm just like, not like because I was up late. Yeah. With the
Bjorn,
pig.
what do you think?
And Pip has seen what happens when squires wake you up, so we'll probably pass it on that.
I kind of feel like if we were all in the room, I would have leaned over and I would have like smacked Beardsley with the back of my axe or something just to gain awareness. But
we were leaving.
Based on my roll, I
Yeah.
think I probably passed wind and
Yeah.
rolled over.
He
and-
rolled over.
No,
Yeah.
Nanny, no,
As-
Nanny, no, I didn't want to.
as I slip my arm out from under his waist and I'm just,
Dude, you just made me spit beer all over my stuff. That was not
it's
fair.
fine. It's fine. You'll be fine.
So good. I hate you.
We'll buff
Bjorn,
right
let's go see if we can help this young lady.
You slide a turkey leg back where your arm
Yeah,
was,
it's
and briefly just kind of cuddles it.
like Indiana Jones. I'm like,
It's still warm. Flopping it with the skull.
yeah, there you go. It's gonna be fine.
How do you have a turkey leg right there?
It's my dogs.
It smells just like,
Barely.
That's funny.
it smells just like him.
It does.
All right. Yeah. So you can see.
I tell Pip at the sight of my sword or Bjorn's axe to wake the others. Otherwise, stay here.
Yes, sir.
And we call out to the young lady and start walking towards her. I mean, that's what I'm doing.
So it doesn't take you
your own
very
character.
long. It doesn't take you very long to kind of gain on her. She's kind of wandering more aimlessly than anything else. She's kind of dragging her feet and whatever it is that's in her hand. And as you get closer to her, you can see that it's like a torn blanket. Her clothes are very disheveled and worn and not very, she's definitely not someone that comes of means. Her hair is kind of straggled and so forth. And she seems to be very dirty. And
Does she acknowledge that I'm there? Yeah.
Not really, but as you get closer, you could hear her. She's like, "Mama, Mama,
Nope.
Mama, where are you?"
And I would say, "Girl, who are you looking for? Where is your mother?"
I don't know. She kind of stops, kind of turns and stares up at you, and she goes, You must help me. Have you seen Mama?"
I have not, but that's why we're here. Where was she when you saw her last?
She said she was going outside. She said she heard something.
Where is your house?
I don't know. I suppose that way. And she kind of points back down the street. She's probably 7 years old. You would probably think. Somewhere in there. She's like, I heard the chains.
Oh, shit.
That's not good. Come with me.
Did she come out of a
I
TV?
reach out my
On the
hand.
off chance?
She come out of the TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
she climbed out of the.
Some sort of
Find
small
out.
wall.
She climbs out of the fire.
I hold out my hand and say, "Come with me."
Okay.
Come with me if you want to leave.
Come in. All right. So, so you basically start walking down the street, and you see there's a house, probably.
I'm gonna we were gonna kind of lead her back to where we're at.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to wake up Marcus and Beardsley.
Okay.
I asked Pip to get her, something to drink.
Okay. And you guys can get her something.
Being reassuring and telling her, "Listen, it's going to be all right. That's why we're here. But we need to bring our friends to see if we can find your mom. You'll be safe here."
I squint at her and I poke her with a little iron stick.
Like, Bjorn.
You just
Look at
step
little
rocks on
girl.
her and see if she's.
Oh, well, it's iron, so it's very.
That'd be great.
I'm making sure this isn't some bullshit. And be like, nope.
I held her hand.
It's an illusion.
It doesn't. Oh.
That'd be
Like,
funny as fuck.
Yeah, like
I wish
talked
that was what it
to
was.
But I just saw like there was a big old bird thing, and I had a hallucination. I'm not playing anymore, so she gets poked. Every new person gets poked.
Yeah, that's been that way for a long time. That's why you have so many kids. But
You said you want good stuff for your squires. I'm just trying to fix.
Bjorn's beyond your squire replacement.
I'm just trying to fix your bloodline, Beardsley. I'm just trying to fix.
yeah, she has no help for that.
Awesome. What is the young girl's name?
Emma.
Emma. All right. So when Beardsley and Marcus come out, I tell them that young Emma's mother seems to have wandered off, And Emma says she heard the rattling of chains before her mother disappeared.
Can we go back to the part where something happened that you left the safety of the cabin and there was a what? The fuck?
For God's sakes, Beersley, Pip was in charge.
That explains a lot. He doesn't have proper discipline. I give him the
He
eye.
doesn't have proper- He purposely stands out of your reach.
I do flinch at him. Like,
And
so
he puts up them paws and says, "Man,
Yeah. Being that he's trained by Sir Darren, he doesn't flinch.
how long ago was this? Should we give chase? Putting on my
she
belt.
says it wasn't long ago."
Then let's go.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Marcus, what do you think?
Could Pip go get the other squires up, have them watch over young Emma here while we ready up and go see if we can find her mother?
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
Pip can handle that. He's well disciplined.
I kneel down and reassure young
Squire
Emma
is
that we will do everything we can to find her mother and ask her to kind of, repoint so that we all kind of know where we're going and which house it is.
She's like, she's like, at the market, make a left. She's like, second house.
Turn it on till morning.
Right, left, that kind of deal.
You'll see.
We get enough direction. All right.
Yeah, the market is kind of like a central thing, and so there's only houses on one side, so it's pretty straightforward.
Put on my boots.
Maybe we got a break. Maybe we got a break, gents. Maybe we'll take care of this business tonight.
Chains rattling. What did she say?
Avoid the pilgrimage.
As you're running, I'm like, did she say what she saw? She heard the change and she was, oh my God.
She just her
foot
mom's
hurts.
missing and she heard the chains rattling.
What? Oh, maybe she's at the house next door. The chain on the bedpost. And
as we start walking towards the market, I sort of think out loud that the lore said this thing is a shape changer.
Oh,
is there any chance we just left the creature back with our squire?
You're right. We should go back and cut her head off.
We should bring this. Maybe we should bring her with us.
I poked her with a stick. I poked her with an iron stick. It's fine.
Oh well, that was in the book of lore. That's how you tell if it's a Burgast in human form. You poke it with a stick.
Is it really?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I missed that part.
But there is lore about using iron against like the fairies and stuff like that. You guys dealt with that back when.
Hey, that's all. That's the only wheelhouse I. So I'm going to poke everything with the iron stick.
That's the one note that you have that you read. I completely forgot about that. Well done.
Back when Garen got married. Just forced nymph.
Whoa.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys make your way in the dark. There's some stones in the road, but it's definitely a smaller town, so it's not well done. But as you get closer to the market, the road is the square itself is cobblestone, and the stones are slick with that late evening, like midnight. Basically, as the weather changes in the spring, it gets slick and so forth.
Are we getting any benefit from the quarter moon light-wise?
Yeah, you can see there's like a reflection off of what glass is in the buildings. There's some like leaded glass and stuff in some of the buildings. No real fancy windows or anything like that. And so there are some hearth fires and stuff that you can see are on, but most of the people have their shutters drawn.
Do we hear any of the, any noises like that we would be
You think
Oh, sorry. No, that was it. Just the rattling of chains. You know.
So you think you hear chains as you get closer to the market?
Oh shit! So I think I'm praying.
To you, it sounds like if somebody was like dragging like some chains on the cobblestones.
Mr. Marley, hello. So I think I'm praying at this point, and
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Yes, I'm praying to the ghost of Christmas past or whatever I need to do. I'm saying a prayer of praying for our protection, praying for our brethren whose hearts know Christ, though their minds may not. Behind them.
That's us, Bjorn.
So anyone else can make an awareness test. I mean, Garen can pretty much make out where it is with his 20. So,
let's see.
Does anybody else want to see if they can help with that? Or
Yep. I will do an 11 out of, what did I get? A 10. 11 out of 10.
Okay.
Pretty close.
That's not good.
Yeah, I got a 13 out of 11.
11 out of 10 is called a fail.
My internet's being shitty. What am I supposed to do?
Roll
Fail.
d20. Look at your unless
Awareness.
you wish to use any of your traits or passions or anything, then you would just roll awareness.
I guess I'll invoke. I'm not invoking anything. I'll just roll it.
Okay.
That's what
I can't be like, I really give a shit about my family. You know.
That's true.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
come on, we're fast.
you could use that because I mean you could love a family to like thinking about reuniting this young girl with her family. That would you could
Or me. We're brothers. Come on, man.
have cousins at best.
Yeah, we are.
We're related, you turd. You
Just because you.
my poor sister.
He bred into your family. He didn't marry into your
We're
family.
related.
No.
His kids are related to you. He's not.
my seeds in your family. That's all. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do that. That's fine.
You can plant a pepper in a wheat field. It's still not wheat.
I got a 12 out of 15.
You said 12 out of 15?
Yeah, for love of family.
Yeah. So that's going to give you plus 10.
Okay. Well, then whatever I roll makes it. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes it 12.
So- All right. So yeah, you guys can definitely hear what sounds like chains dragging across the cobblestones from up, like right around one of the market stalls. That
I feel like this is an appropriate time to pull my sword into the ready.
Got it.
So I'll take that cue since we're there together. I don't know why, but I'm gonna kind of studying Garen because I'm like, oh shit, he's getting serious about this. Like I'm all right. Yeah. I'm behind. I'm with you. Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of hear that, and as you get closer up towards the edge of the street, you notice that one of the market stalls, the door is kind of like open. It's kind of like it's not all the way closed.
An odd hour to be open.
Moving towards that door, I will call out, "You in the stall, come out." I don't know if anybody's in there, but
so yeah, I'll focus on that and crouch down at the ready.
Okay.
We hear you in there.
Don't hear anything for a second or so.
Do we though?
And then a gentleman kind of pokes his head out, and he's like, "Hello."
If this is a chain maker shop, I give up.
No, it's not the blacksmith.
Like, sorry, I'm busy. Get a number.
Making chains.
That'd be so
make all
funny.
these chains.
There's lots
for
of
that
man
big
for
dog.
chains around here right now.
These chains.
Yes, you come out.
He kind of comes out. He's got some soot kind of on his face. Not because he's a blacksmith though, but he's got some soot on his face. Kind
What
of
is your
smudged.
business? Yeah, what is your business in there?
He says, I was just putting some stuff away.
What kind of stuff? And why so late?
Chains.
There's I didn't want to have anyone see me. There's some valuables.
I walk up and I poke him with the iron stick.
It's like
It looks like an axe.
Just-
Poke.
What is your name?
Lawrence.
Lawrence, we're looking for the mother of Emma. Do you know this lady?
No.
Have you seen anybody?
He's like,
How big is this town? Like,
I mean, there's maybe 60, 70 people live here.
it would be weird that he doesn't know of a little girl and their mother.
Doesn't know Emma. Yeah. He says, no, I don't even go to that part of town.
This is where he meets the bad side of me.
Yeah. I
And
don't
gets
even go to
smashed
that
into
part
the
of
wall.
town.
Just like
I start to slowly, as I'm talking to him, move to see if I can get between him and the stalls, like slowly moving him away from where he was at, motioning, a little bit with my sword.
He seems to be very defensive. Give me do you have tactics? Anything like that? Any skill along that lines?
There's no such thing that says there. I have
No such
orate
skill?
and awareness, voting, compose, fairy lore, first aid, 30.
I see
his tactics are right in or what?
Beardsley has
Probably just me making shit up. Let's see here. It'd be battle.
Okay.
Oh, got it. Oh, nice.
Isn't it battle? Oh,
I think everyone has 10 at
something in
least.
combat.
Yeah, so I got a
Okay,
10 on an 11. So I was under my 11.
Okay. You notice that as he's moving from your sword, he seems to be positioning himself towards so that there's no building or anyone between him and possibly escaping.
So I wanted to point out, as he notices this and he's redirecting him, Beardsley's already off of that dialogue. I'm gonna smash his ass against the wall because I just said that earlier.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
no, seriously. When he's
You
like,
just
"Oh,
fucking
I don't
launched
even
his
go to
ass.
that part of town," tells me he knows where she is and she knows where she lives. So I'm
Yeah.
just and just wreck him into the wall. I mean, I'm
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he would basically just burst up against
Yeah.
the wood.
I
You know,
think you
my
misunderstood what Thagarin said. He asked you a question and you answered him inappropriately. Would you like to meet the Dane, who is "Brr," compared to me? Or should we settle this like men? Bad breath all up in his face.
He's like, calm yourself, Sir Knight. He's definitely fucking rattled. And he's like, I meant nothing. I meant nothing. There's no need for death.
He who means nothing says nothing. You said things, and they were untruths. We come here on behalf of the boy king Arthur and also Jesus. And we are...
Also, Jesus. Out of here.
You will speak the truth.
Do you point up when you say
Yeah,
that?
just
You
real
mean,
quick, boop.
the Jesus salute.
You will speak the truth, or you will die here. You will watch your entrails fall on my boots. And I stare at him, and I'm not kidding now. I'm not fucking around now. And
I
we
will
can
take a look in the stall. Since
All right, yeah. You look at the stall, you see a bag of
Chains.
stuff. in there, but it doesn't look like it belongs here whatsoever. And you do see some chains like kind of laying on the ground.
So I pull that stuff
This is
out.
like Scooby-Doo. This guy's like, he's haunting the town.
Haunting the town, right? People are scared of the chains, dude.
Please tell me.
Mr. Weatherby.
Yeah, he doesn't have a legitimate reason to be dragging chains around right now. Please tell me that.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling.
If it weren't the King Arthur's servants, I would have been able to do my chain dragging or whatever. It was
For that meddling boy.
Yeah.
Your squires in an hour.
Yeah. So he definitely is very apologetic, and he's like, I only meant to take what I could sell. That's not really a good excuse, I guess, but.
I break his knee.
Oh!
I let him fall down.
I'd say roll on your cruelty, but that's a hard pass.
That's easy.
Yeah, dude. I might actually make you tick the blocks towards cruelty more just for that.
Break or sprain, you pick. I hurt him some way.
Okay, well, that's up to you. You seem
Let
more
him
the
fall.
break than the sprain kind of guy.
And I go down with him, and then, I'm sorry. I only meant to knock you down. Where is the girl's mother? Or your pain does not cease to... Looking at him like, oh shit, I can't reveal that part of me.
He's like, I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. I left
Who
her
did?
in the alley.
Who did? And there's a
Which
dagger.
alley?
There's a dagger in his
He's
throat.
crying. He's crying. He's got like a little snot bubble going and shit.
I fucking.
He said he left her in the alley, Beardsley. Which alley?
Yeah, I pull Beardsley away a little bit in which alley, yeah.
He's like, over there. And he kind of points like up the road.
All right. I'll start heading that way.
We've not. What
Beardsley
is the
guards
connection
this
with the
man.
change? Where are those chains from? Why do they always hear the change when people disappear? And I sort of shrug away from him and push the dagger further into his chin.
I would just take advantage. I only meant to steal.
Something's not right, Garen. For God's sake, something's not right here. Not that you respect that, but because the God thing. But he's got the. They always hear the change. He's got the change, and she disappeared. It's him,
Yeah, he's a thief taking advantage of the situation.
or a
I'm gonna go towards the
shapeshifter.
alley.
Okay. Yeah, you go
Beardsley
towards
collect the
alley.
thief and bring him with us.
I drag him with me.
He can't walk, so you're pretty much dragging him.
No, he's been drugged. I understand. I did have him by the scruff of the neck, and I'm, he's in the ground hobbling. So
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you go up the alley, and sure enough, laying in the alleyway itself is a woman. Looks like she's been knocked unconscious. She was hit.
We would come to her aid and try and revive her.
First
Excellent.
aid.
Yeah, you can give her first aid.
Was Ulo the one that was ridiculously good at that?
I got a 4 out of 10, so
I've got a 12.
I would be able to help.
I guess I could.
yeah,
I got a 1. I hope that's good.
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 1 of
It's not a
12.
critical. It's not a critical.
No,
but
12 of 12. I got a 1 of 12.
That's a critical fail.
Yeah.
He kills her.
She's a shapeshifter.
So yeah, she comes to. She comes
And
to
then
and
Bjorn pokes her with the metal stick. It knocks her out again.
knocks her out. Yeah, he hits her with
Absolutely.
the iron poker.
It's not hitting. It's poking. Curiously. Do you want the iron stick or the pointy one? Which one do you want?
So we would help her up, and
Yeah, the first thing she asks is Emma. She's like, Emma.
She's safe.
Emma's safe. Yes,
My name is Bjorn.
and it would appear that we may have helped find some of your things.
Oh, thank you. I'll get you the turkey leg. But you do notice, Marcus. You do notice that as she stands up, she does have a wooden cross around her neck.
Yeah.
It couldn't. What do you remember?
You think I heard something outside?
Let's get her back to her daughter before.
Do you recognize this cretin?
She's like, no, I've never seen him before.
Oh shit.
That's because he hit you from behind.
Correct. Look at Garrett being the investigative one over here.
I'm
He'll
totally
get
going
his-
with this whole shapeshifter thing, man.
Yeah.
He'll get, he'll
Gotta
get
go
his
poke her
jump.
with the stick again.
It's so yeah. We'll talk to her as we're walking her back. We'll drag this ne'er-do-well with us
Okay.
and reunite the mother and daughter. Marcus, would you grab the bag of loot so that we can return it to its proper
Of course.
folks?
Proper. My bunk.
Okay. Yep. So in the morning, basically, I mean, you guys can get them back together and stuff like that. No real great information to be gathered from there.
Is there, Byron, I was going to ask, is there any way to break this dude? Not I'm not going to be,
He broke his leg already.
well, no, I'm like leveraging that pain, a little squeezy squeeze on the fracture or whatnot. But like, I want him to tell me more about the chains and all this shit and get him to admit, is he playing off of this rumor of the dog? Is he capitalizing?
Yeah, he said he's capitalizing on it. He's taking advantage of the fact that the townsfolk are scared of it.
Oh, he will hang.
My thought is to secure him, and then we will, we would do something like have him incarcerated in the morning. But I don't really care what Beardsley does with him after I go back in the house. After we help this lady back.
So the good news is, well, I guess in one way at least, is that you were sent here by the king. So you are basically at the king's command.
Judge and jury.
Administer the king's
actually
justice,
give- Should you wish to take his life, you do have the authority to do so.
No, yeah,
because you were sent
he
here by
does.
Arthur.
He absolutely. But
if the Duke had sent you here, Earl Roderick, the king is the one who has the ability to take someone's life.
Sagarin, tomorrow he hangs.
Yeah.
He preys upon the fears of innocent people. He steals their goods.
That will send a good message.
He would have created an orphan tonight. Of course it will send a good message, especially to that one doubting fool who didn't even want to take a flagon from us, but...
All right. Well, with that, it is about 10:40, and it's probably a good place to wrap up for tonight.
Woohoo!
That was fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you like the little Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So next up is
thanks, guys.
what? Night's Black next Tuesday?
Night's Black next Tuesday, 2 weeks. So we're going for, what is that, the 24th?
Yep, Vile Dawn. I'm not sure. We may do the one shot for the horror thing
25th.
before then. Maybe.
It's the 25th, isn't it?
No, 22nd.
20.
Isn't it?
2 weeks is the 24th, yeah.
Dude, I don't
2 weeks is the 24th for the next episode of Pendragon.
Oh,
Hopefully
24th.
we will have a replacement for Ulo.
There is no replacement for Ulo.
Well, that's true.
What there is someone to fill that
Fill the
sad
slot.
black box. And you guys are going to be really excited if you have watched, we think, if you have watched the Deadlands campaign. We have some stellar role players on the channel, voice actors, nerds, whatever. And we have recruited somebody that we think we will, man, he's going to give us all a run for our money. So I think we should all take acting classes between now and then.
Yeah,
Should all go.
class. In the next 14 days.
Yeah. So, can I get a quick thumbs
All right,
down for
guys.
the new OGL? Can I get a quick thumbs down for the?
Hey, Thursday night, watch the Savage Worlds
Yeah.
live on Twitch, I believe it is.
It is.
They're going to be talking about Savage Worlds license.
Yeah, and what's funny is just how they're like, okay, well, sorry about you doing that to all your people, but.
And Shane Hensley had a really good response to it. He puts on his Facebook page today, so it was really, really well.
Right.
Well spoken, I should say.
All right, so let's just do this thing. We're gonna hit the button.
And